What if I told you this entire time P. Diddy was just being set up, that he wasn't innocent, but he isn't as guilty as the media is telling you? Now, if you don't believe me, sports fans, let's take Suge Knight's word for it.
Biggest victim of all this, believe it or not, he might be a weirdo. Now, I'm not saying everything they allege that he did is true, but a lot of stuff we all been knowing is true. But he the fall guy right now.
He's been well theorized that P. Diddy has been an informant since all the way back in the 90s, starting with the death of Tupac Shakur, then Biggie Smalls, the shooting in Club New York with J-Lo, his involvement with stars like Usher and Justin Bieber, yet nothing ever investigated until May of 2023. You see, on May 5th of 2023, P. Diddy filed a lawsuit against a company called Diageo, parent company for the world's biggest liquor brands, including Ciroc and De Leon, two of which companies P. Diddy had substantial profit shares in, but ultimately still owned by Diageo. So Diddy, being the face of the two brands, went to Diageo and dropped a lawsuit on their desk. Diageo was like, well, what's this? Diddy told them they were racially discriminating against him and his two black-owned businesses, and that his two brands weren't receiving the same amount of marketing as his white celebrity counterpart with Casamigos, George Clooney. And well, Diageo didn't like that one. So the people that Diageo is backed by, which I can't say, but I can say have very deep ties into the US government, the same government that knows all of Diddy's little secrets and freak-offs that they've been protecting him from since the 90s. And so they approached Diddy. They told him if he dropped the lawsuits, returned all the profit shares, all of his little secrets would stay just that. Little secrets. So in January of 2024, Sean P. Diddy Combs and Diageo decided to settle the case. He withdrew all of his lawsuits. He was no longer a majority owner in both companies. Issue being, he still had the tapes. He still had all the blackmail. And so only 2 months later, in March of 2024, Diddy's house was raided. Why? Because they got all the tapes, all the blackmail, all the collateral. Diddy had nothing. But why would the public believe it? Well, because only 2 months after that, almost an entire year after the initial lawsuit, a video would leak of him and Cassie in a hotel room. And so now, even if he's not guilty, how could you deny what you've just seen with your own eyes? He's now guilty in the court of public opinion. And so allegation after allegation all started coming out against P. Diddy, which would then eventually lead up to his arrest in September of 2024, finally bringing justice to his laundry list of victims that I believe he's guilty of. But I think P. Diddy is just a pawn in something much bigger.